is? You already late for practice. You're tripping, man.
Have a nice day, honey.
Keep your eye on the ball, Ryan.
What up, man?
What's up, superstar? Pick him up, pick him up, pick him up. That's it, man. That's it, that's it. Good tempo. Let's go, man. Hit it.
Who's the new kid? He's nobody.
Oh, man. Well, you gotta catch that. Come on, son. Catch it.
All state, baby. Come on. Good job, man.
You know what you're capable of doing, but I haven't seen it, and I want to see it.
Me and Vic gonna do it.
380. Watch this. 380.
Good evening. This is Mo Sports Talk, live from the StreamYard.com app. As you see, the full squad is in the building. It is October the 18th. You got the 18th, right?
See.
Affirmative.
Birthdays.
Let's go. Let's go ahead and get to it. First off, for his birthday, rest in peace to the great Chuck Berry. Dave, I know. But now he can get his revenge while he's up there. So, okay, let's do that.
Early.
That's too early. You're too early on that one. Revenge, bro, in heaven.
Next birthday. Happy birthday to the great Thomas the Hitman Hearns.
Indeed.
Yeah, one time.
Awesome. Yes, sir. All access. Top tier access.
I hope the guy is doing well health-wise as well. More importantly, but one of the greatest fighters ever. I wish that Jericho was immaculate in the 80s.
Boy.
Man, say.
Except when he was stepping back from that jab.
Bro, that
whole round was fantastic, bro.
Sweat and curl juice.
Who would play him in a movie?
Yourself.
Antonio Tarver.
Curtis Blow.
Turning 42 years old. No more for his writing. Also, he's a great R&B artist as well. Happy birthday to the great Neo.
Oh, yeah. Neo's a legend. A legend.
Oh,
Turning 31 years old. Dom, I hate you so much, bro. Turning 31 years old, even though they did not win over the weekend. But happy birthday to the great Brittany Griner, friend of the show. Also gave us one of our first sound bites, by the way.
Ooh.
Legend.
And for real, though.
Legend.
Yes. Most definitely, even more of a legend at Waco as well. I was explaining that off the air. Turning, and also with the birthday today, the great Mike Ditka.
Well,
it's
a little recent.
Yeah.
It's a little recent.
The second act was definitely not as impactful. Well, maybe even more impactful than the first act.
Yeah. Indeed.
Did you have more than two acts? I'm pretty sure it was more acts after two.
This second
act. Three. Player, coach, and
but everything on right now is crazy.
He done had some reboots.
It turned 61 years old today. One of my favorite action movie stars, the great. Yes, Dave, you would have to say the whole thing. Jean-Claude Van Damme's birthday is today.
So awesome.
So my only note about Jean-Claude Van Damme is the fact that in the Street Fighter movie, they had an Australian dude playing an American colonel, fam. Like, that still does not sit right with me to this day, bro. Why is Jean-Claude Van Damme playing Gal, bro?
Right. Dave, Van Damme was born in Belgium.
Yes.
And played
in American
Lieutenant Colonel William Gao.
Is that added to the Most Sports Talk book?
Who did he beat out?
At that time?
Who else wanted it?
That's a better question. Yes, that's a better question.
It had to have been who
Dom?
Was a wrestler or somebody? No, who said Chris Muller?
They're gonna get Della Shrimp.
I mean,
he already had the little face.
They had the flat top for it. Dom is absolutely right. That is a good question. Who tried out for the leading role as Colonel Gal on the Street Fighter movie?
Hold on, Dylan Shrimp is Gal. It sounds crazy.
Well, you know what I mean? You know how many years me and Dom been calling Chris Mullen and Gal?
I'm sorry, y'all.
Oh man. Oh.
Think about him saying Dylan Shrimp is Gal. Bro. That sounds crazy, bro.
And we picture Dylan Shrimp, 6'7", doing a flash kick on
6'11", by the way.
Never. It's done.
Saying Sonic Boom.
Forever unkicked, forever unclean, man.
He played for the Seattle Supersonics, so he already part of it, fam.
Can we please go to break, bro?
Please,
now
please.
Dylan Shrimp.
NFL Week 6. NFL Week 6. Go. Just go now. Oh, my God.
2nd and 15. Quick throw, and it's intercepted. He's got another one, and he's got a field ahead of him. Diggs is going to take it to the end zone. Unbelievable. Just when you think things are going your way, New England's going to stop and do something right. The fumble in week 1. The end of the game against Tampa, the tip ball, this field goal, they do it right. The breaks are going your way. And then Diggs, the most interceptions in the NFL. You can't have a tip ball around him. He picks off his old Alabama teammate and uses the instincts, the hand-eye coordination, and run into the end zone like the man he studied on film, who was his role model to play the position. He told us last night, Deion Sanders.
Man. NFL Week 6 will complete tonight with Tennessee and Buffalo on Monday Night Football. But let's go back to Thursday. Tampa Bay 28, Mookie's Philadelphia Eagles 22. And that noise that you just heard indicates that Mookie has a few things to say about the Eagles' loss and the Eagles in general.
So this all stemmed from a conversation that, me and Dave had. And I'm pretty sure Dave was over there laughing the whole time he was texting me because I was so engaged. I usually don't be as engaged, especially during the game, but I was just so annoyed. And it all started on the opening drive, fam, when Jalen Hurts overthrew Zach Ertz on that 3rd and 7 play toward the sideline. And I tweeted out, he had him open. You gonna see me tweet that all day. On the very next drive, he overthrew Quez Watkins. And
I'm auditioning influencers to promote depression stick on time.
What is it?
It can amplify depression.
All I know is my thing with Jalen Hurts has always been the fact that his main thing that he struggles with is accuracy and anticipation. I don't remember what play it was, but I know he rolled out to the right. And instead of just throwing the ball out of bounds or going out of bounds, fam took a sack by Shaq Barrett, bro. How is your quarterback clock not going out? Now, speaking of Ertz, once again, it was a 3rd and 5 play in the second quarter where he overthrew him for another first down. And guess what? I just retweeted my own tweet and was like, it has begun. But look, at the end of the day, all I know is it was a play to Gainwell. He was wide open down the field. And Dave, you know how I always say Jalen Hurts always hold on to the ball too long?
Yes, you do.
Instead of just throwing the football, he held on to it, which made Gainwell stop running his route. And then Jalen Hurts decided to throw the ball after Gainwell stopped. And all I know is it was kind of satisfying for me because during the commentary, I heard Troy Aikman say the same thing I've been saying. Jalen Hurts is terrible with, his timing. And I don't know if he doesn't believe in himself as a passer right now or he don't believe in his wide receivers. I don't know what it is, but at the end of the day, you fucking suck, son. Look, it's only 10 NFL starts, and yes, the coaching staff is definitely not helping. But at the end of the day, you are the quarterback. and you have not gotten better, in my opinion. Y'all heard me at the beginning of the season. It's a learning year. I was going to be as patient as possible. Look, we're only 6 games in, but in these 6 games, I have not seen anything that made me be like, all right, I got confidence in the moving forward. And this is in like the trashiest division in the whole NFL. I don't even got them finishing second. I mean, I had them finishing third already, but, you know, for a little bit, I was just like, all right, you know, there's some improvement with the offense, but now, fam, the lack of physicality with the wide receivers is just, I don't know. Now Zach Ertz is gone. Dallas Goedert is hurt. There is no reason why Jalen Hurts had 0 passes over 20 yards in the middle of the field in the first half. Like, I feel like for a young quarterback, the middle of the field, that's kind of like a safety, you know, like a safety throw. There's no reason that you should not be attacking that, like, especially with the cornerbacks. You know, Dean caught a pick, but at the same time, though, he did that because you overthrew the football. I just feel like the run game is too centered around Jalen Hurts' mobility instead of like the actual running backs that you actually have. Like, you had 19 runs, but 10 of them was from Jalen Hurts. Like, you see in the second half when Miles Sanders started to like actually run and touch the football, you know what I'm saying? The game changed. Now, granted, Tampa Bay probably already checked out by then, but at the same time, though, you kind of saw when there was a little bit more balance, they was able to do some things on offense. So I'm gonna keep it short. I'm gonna keep it simple. Jalen Hurts, you got to get it together. You struggle with like being able to control the pocket as far as like getting vision lanes for you to be able to see, because there's a throw where Devontae Smith was wide open. Now, granted, he scrambled and it led to a first down, but at the same time, though, he had Devontae Smith wide open. And my only issue with this was the fact that instead of going through his progressions, Dave, he ran out of a clean pocket just to take the scramble instead of making the throw. I feel like that's something that you struggling confidence-wise with your passing abilities, because I feel like if you, no matter what they say, you know who Jalen Hurts is? Jalen Hurts is who people were saying Lamar Jackson was when he was coming out of college. That's what I feel like Jalen Hurts is as a quarterback, except with, you know, the extra speed. Like, you can say what you want about Lamar Jackson. He don't mind making a throw. Timing wise, look, it ain't always pretty, but he does have some great time, especially he's getting better. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've seen progression year after year with his throwing. So I will say that. But yeah, man, it's just, it sucks. And it doesn't help when your head coach is running a bunch of RPOs, and he admitted that him and the offensive coordinator does not have a lot of experience running RPOs because they've never had to play with a quarterback like that. I understand that. Which means that as the head coach, maybe you should learn how to use everybody else around you. You got the pieces on offense to where you don't have to just sit there and run RPOs all day. Jalen Hurts is actually capable of like sitting back there and making the throws when he actually got time to think. Sometimes he got too much time to think. He's like, starts scrambling and always shoots the shit. But at the same time, though, look, I ain't got no hope. Ain't no quarterback in the draft gonna give me no hope. Give me Gardner Minshew. Cam say he vaccinated. I'll take Cam Newton right now. Nah, probably not, because he'll still be calling RPOs. But yeah, Jalen Hurts, you trash, bro. I hate to say it. I say by week 9, week 10, we're gonna be seeing Gardner Minshew. Because I just can't see it, fam. Like I said, now you got Zach Ertz gone, which was a security blanket. Dallas Goedert is gonna be gone for a little bit, so I mean, it doesn't help when you throwing nothing but slants. You know what? New drinking game. Take a shot every time they throw a wide receiver screen. Take a shot every time Jalen Hurts decides to scramble backwards in the pocket and take a sack. And just take a shot that every time they mention Super Bowl 52, because I am so freaking tired. It's done. They won. It was cool. Nick Foles gone, the team gone. It's a new head coach. Congratulations, Dallas Cowboys. That's really all I can say. And that's it. Before I get more upset, that's all I got when it comes to Jalen Hurts. I just can't do it, fam. Give me Gardner Minshew.
Well, real quick, we do have a question. Darby was asking you about the Eagles, I guess, being a veteran situation. Should the Eagles have traded for a veteran receiver? I like the rookies, but concerned about the maturation.
Yeah, I mean, I know you said something about Julio, but at the time, I mean, even now, Julio can't stay on the field. So it really wouldn't matter if you would have traded for like somebody like Julio or not if his ass ain't out there. And it really also wouldn't matter if they're going to be calling screens to Julio, you know what I'm saying, or like 3-yard slants on every play. So, I mean, it is what it is. They at the point they stuck. And honestly, they've been stuck ever since they won the Super Bowl. But like I said, I mean, you can try to go get Cam and like try that experiment. It honestly can't get any worse at this point in time.
Ooh. Do we have a bad mix between the coaching staff and the personnel?
I would say, yeah. I mean, because like I said, like it doesn't help when your head coach is admittingly saying that he has no idea what he's doing, you know what I'm saying, running the RPO. And he's still continuing trying to run the RPO, which will be fine if Jalen Hurts wasn't doing one read and then decided to just run anyway. So yeah, like I can understand, you know, Howie and Jeffrey Lurie trying to go young and offensive minded after Doug Peterson, but y'all still didn't think this through all the way because it still ain't flowing, bro. Until you learn how to run the damn football consistently and don't run it 19 times and Jalen Hurts is running 10 of it. Like it's ridiculous.
Back to the head coaching. Do you think it's him with total control? Do you think he listened to the offensive or defensive coordinators on your end and just thinking he just got too much power as a head coach? He just want to take all the credit for calling these plays?
Nah, I mean, because like I said, him and the offensive coordinator are sharing, you know, play calling duty. So that was like a Chip Kelly issue. You know what I'm saying? Like one of all the credit situations. I don't see that in this particular situation. Like I said, for the most part, it is a young head coach with a young squad. You know what I'm saying? And they're learning together. But at the same time, there hasn't really been any improvement so far in the 6 games that I've looked at. So that's where my issue is with the coaching staff, because I feel like they are horrible when it comes to making adjustments. That's really like how I feel.
Okay, yeah. Very good, man.
I will say this though, on a brighter note for that game, Leonard Fournette, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay,
Lenny.
Yeah, looks good. And once again, it is a cheat code to have Antonio Brown as your third best receiver.
Yeah, bro.
And the receiver that the quarterback is most in tune with.
Yes.
Okay, he is looking, you know, Tom Terrific is looking for him on third down, and they are executing. All right, speaking of executions, yeah, up in Cleveland, my Cocaine Cardinals took care of business again. Ryan Gosling had to go over some scripts, so he had to sit the game out. 37-21 against the Cleveland Browns. They improved to 6-0. 4 touchdown passes for Kyler Murray. A wonderful touchdown to DeAndre Hopkins where what was the DB thinking? Or he wasn't, or he couldn't.
He was screaming
for help. And enough of my Cocaine Cardinals. They are flying high right now. The product is looking pure and raw. But speaking of raw, Clee, look, Chris wanted to spell doom and gloom pre-show. And while yes, we can spell doom and gloom, this has nothing to do with what we would consider normal Clee behavior. They're just falling by the wayside. Okay, they have injuries to probably 5 of their top 10 players. Baker's got a torn non-throwing shoulder. It's not a labrum, but it's a torn something in there that he's been playing on for the last 3 weeks. Okay. Chubb missed yesterday's game with a calf injury. Yeah. Hunt was questionable coming in with a wrist and a knee injury. He ended up leaving with a calf injury. And somewhere along these Twitter streets, they was having that Mike Trout buzz where they don't know if it was an Achilles. I'm sorry, an Achilles or a calf injury. So he's going to miss several weeks. Jarvis Landry is not ready to return from the IR. I already see in anticipation for Thursday's game, Old Dirty Beckham is questionable. Clowney's been hurt. Well, I mean, pick a year.
Yeah.
And 95 is hurt. So my problem is Stefanski, knowing that he has a hurt quarterback and your second running back was hurt as well. The other two dudes, Felton, who we've seen had a couple highlights this season, and Johnson, who knows the system because he's been there for a couple of years. They only got 4 combined touches. So what you end up doing is limiting the possessions that you have and giving more to my Cardinals. And hey, man, they is cooking, baby. But this is about Clee for me. Byron, do you agree?
I totally agree with you. Now, since we're pretty much like drawing away from Clee, let's stop with the Super Bowl stuff. Let's stop with this and going on and everything else, because it's too much going on, bro. It's too much going on. Even towards the fact that we didn't even know Baker was playing on that shoulder like that for 2 or 3 weeks. You basically just popping that shit back in place and taking his ass right back out there. The same thing they did over the weekend. They did the same thing. Took him under that tent, did the same thing, put him back out there. He's in an arm sling, saying it like it hurts like shit. Yeah, it hurts like shit because you've been playing like that for 2 or 3 weeks. Get something done with it. Beckham got a shoulder injury. So, like you said, he may be gone. But it just shows how much value and devalue that you have when your players are out. And it's now to a situation where, Dave, you even have a guy to say next man up, because everybody pretty much is like, it's pretty much done. You still have a chance to win this division, unfortunately. But
no. It's a 2-team division now.
Yeah.
It's 2-team division now. Totally understand. Go ahead, Hendo.
No, I was gonna say to me, this team just has a bad mix of personalities. Odell, and we've heard the story about Odell and Baker. I've been telling them, I haven't been telling them, but I've been saying I thought the Odell acquisition was a bad move. My thing is Baker has never possessed a leadership trait that we all seem to talk about with quarterbacks that we may overrate sometime, but Odell doesn't want to be there, and Odell hasn't done anything. Look, you want to talk about falling off the face of the earth, and I know injuries have played a part into that, but there was a point in time about 3 or 4 years ago where we said Odell Beckham is the best receiver in football, or arguably the best receiver in football. He is a shell of himself, and we said maybe change the scenery from New York. He's gotten worse. I mean, it's a point in time where I think in this game, obviously he gets hurt, but he only had like 1 catch for like 25 yards, right?
And dropped the crucial one.
Yeah. And my thing is, like, his health has been declining. The attitude thing is there. I don't know if it's him or if it's Stefanski or those guys. I don't know what it is. I just can't imagine a dude that's supposed to be a 5, as Dave would say, a blue chip wide receiver, being so much of a decoy to the point where he don't get the ball. And all of a sudden, Donovan Peoples-Jones or Johnson, whatever his name is.
Yeah, Michigan man.
Yes, sir.
Comes in the game, and he's just catching everything. So, yeah, Cleveland's just a train wreck. And Terry had a question about Cleveland's defense. I've already said they were overrated. I thought they were. I told somebody, besides the 2 main guys, one of those 2 main guys I'm talking about is obviously Myles Garrett, hometown guy, and Denzel Ward. I don't care about the defense. Defense, just a bunch of guys. And they talked all this talk, and now all of a sudden Baltimore is way better than you. And Baltimore doesn't, and honestly, not naming the defense, Baltimore doesn't have near the talent as Cleveland. Not even close. Like, I would wonder if Lamar Jackson had that team, what would that team be like?
I bet you Odell would be healthy.
Well, I think he would get the ball too. So I just think
hell yeah.
Yeah, he would definitely get the ball.
I mean, look, man, he keep out there looking. I love Hollywood, but he out there throwing Hollywood the ball. Hollywood be dropping everything he can get his hands on half the time.
You know what, Hendo? Until he get his hands right, you got to call him by his government name, fam. He's
Marquise Brown.
Yeah, you ain't got no Hollywood in you no more, fam.
But no, I just think it's today. Cleveland, it is what it is with them. Now they got the injuries. This calf thing is a little crazy because what I've learned since Kevin Durant's injury, never trust a calf injury because the calf turns to the Achilles, and we've seen this too many times. And we'll talk about that team later that won in Foxborough. There's nothing to take lightly, man. These Achilles thing, these calf injuries, we've seen too much in modern history. But I hate it for Kareem Hunt. Hope he gets well. Nick Chubb already out. Man, that's rough. They go from having 2 backs when we say, oh, they're cheating, to where they might not have any of those guys available. So, yeah, Cleveland, it is what it is. Yeah, man, we'll see. If they don't make the play, okay, Kevin Stefanski gets a year for this.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now.
They've got they're the injury team from hell right now. And that would, short of Cincinnati and Baltimore get some sort of injury bug. It's a 2-team division, and I think he gets this year. But the referendum on Baker is ongoing because he's up next for an extension. And maybe, and the race in terms of who's going to blink first is between him and Lamar. Now, I know who I'm taking, okay? And I know who I would give the most guaranteed money to, okay? Because yesterday, they had the best win, in my opinion. San Diego, oh man, $1 in the jar or something. The LA Chargers go and fulfill the the West Coast team traveling east for the 1:00 kickoff, 34-6. Pick whatever time warp joke you want, because Latavius Murray, Le'Veon Bell, and Devontae Freeman all scored touchdowns in 2021, and Lamar Jackson is looking fantastic. But for me, this is about that Los Angeles Chargers run defense. Now, they got rolled upon by the previously mentioned Cleveland Browns last week to the tune of 189 yards. So going into this week, that was going to be at a premium, and they could not stop the Baltimore Ravens run offense to save their lives. The Raiders win. The Chiefs win. So it was a good day for the AFC West. The Chargers still in the week in first place no matter what. But what is the concern level about your LA Chargers, Chris?
Well, the run thing had been an issue since the Dallas game. If you remember, Dallas got going because of the run. The run attack of Tony Pollard and Zeke. Tony Pollard had more yards in that game, I believe. This is just a simple situation. When you have a lockdown corner, and what I mean by lockdown, you have a really good corner in Marlon Humphrey, who we all like. You throw him on Keenan Allen. This is where Mike Williams has to step up now. Mike Williams has an injury. So I don't know how serious that injury is, but they didn't have anybody else. Look, I didn't see anything from the running backs. Justin Herbert looked lost. Like this, I think we got to give more credit to the Baltimore defense. I mean, Aliens out there making plays. They had guys out there making tremendous plays. But at the end of the day, Chargers just didn't show up. As much as I told you guys, I think Chargers are a Super Bowl team. I picked them to go to Super Bowl. I still think that the big games are going to be a question for them when it's time to really play. Hey, look, beating the Chiefs sounds good, but that's a division team. We expect these kind of weird, look, Dallas can go out there and play Philadelphia again and lose, right? It's just one of those things. It's a division game. I don't hold too much weight on them, but when you face top-tier talent, you've had 2 opportunities. You played Dallas and you played Baltimore, and you didn't show up against top-tier teams. And that just speaks to the coaching. Also, look, as big as I am on Justin Herbert, we may need to slow down on the Justin Herbert hype a little bit. He's only had 20 games. And look, all this talk, this week I made a list. I said the 5 best quarterbacks currently this year. And I didn't mention him in the list. People said, well, I would put him in before you put Tom, or I would put him in before you put Lamar. No, you don't. Now you don't. Today, you're not even saying that. Today, you may be saying Derek Carr is just as good as him, if not better, right? So I think at the end of the day, I just think that we hyped them up a little bit. They'll figure it out. The problem is this. The Chiefs better not get rolling. And look, the Raiders look good with this coach. I give them credit. Through a verse, they look good. And look, Denver's going to be hanging around. If Denver can get any slight from a quarterback, get some work, some quality work, and they're getting Jerry Jeudy back this week. So I think that's huge for them as well. So, yeah, Chargers are what they are. Look, man, they don't have the injury excuse this year. They don't. You don't have the injury excuse. Every year we can say, well, Derwin James, this. By the way, had a great pick in the game. Derwin James.
Yeah, buddy. Yes, sir. He is so good.
He is good. He is good. But other than that, you don't have the injury excuse. So my thing is this. You need other offensive guys. And when we talk about their offense, we've always talked about Keenan Allen. We talked about Eckler, and we talk about Williams now. But who's the other guy? I mean, look, Jared Cook is okay, right? We like Jared Cook, but who's the third receiver on that team?
Guyton, but he's okay. The backup running backs, they've cycled through Justin Jackson and Kelly and Roundtree. He was inactive yesterday. The West in the AFC comes down to defense, because where's the Broncos pass rush? Okay, non-existent without Bradley Chubb.
Two straight limited weeks, 34-42. Got hungry ahead.
Right, and so I think the defense is going to be ultimately what comes down to it, because not necessarily in terms of yards or points allowed or like raw numbers, but the ability to get turnovers, turn the field over, give your offense short scoring opportunities. BMO, your other week 6 observations?
I mean, pretty much that was pretty much just from the week 6 observations that I had. I mean, of course, when we get to the local team here, but I guess I'll go ahead and just get on credit, even though it was early in the morning across the pond. Jacksonville Jags, for some reason, got their first victory, 23-20. I didn't, of course, nobody picked them to win at all, but they got it done. They got it done. I mean, look, man. Damn. See,
they gonna fire the brother. You know why I'm damning. They gonna fire the brother.
Of course. Of course they are. And even with his post game interview after that, you gotta go, bro. Because like you basically saying you don't give a damn about what's going on. We're trying. You basically saying we're trying our best that we can try. That's basically what you're saying after the game. You're saying this after the winless Jags. We do the best we can do. No, that's not what you need to say. You pulled a Dan Campbell pretty much, even though this time you didn't cry like Dan Campbell did. Now, speaking of Dan Campbell, now you calling out your quarterback. And you going from that to now it's time to start, pointing fingers at people. You didn't point your fingers at your coach, at your coordinators, or anything like that. You went straight to your starting quarterback.
Is he wrong?
Nah, he's not.
No,
he's not wrong.
And then, what's even funnier though? And then he was like, well, some other people need to step up too. But,
No. This is the NFL. Y'all know where it starts and y'all know where it ends. Let me get back to the Dolphins real quick. So they were without a lot of their players, okay? They was throwing to dudes named Mac Hollins and ain't that a former Eagle guy?
Yeah.
Okay. And Smythe and no clue. Does he have the injury excuse? They didn't have Xavier Howard yesterday.
No.
He been having excuse for years then.
Okay. All right. Just want to make sure. Detroit, this is Goff's problem. This is the Ford family's problem. I just want to say what up to Jim Caldwell. Where you at?
Yeah.
Is he enjoying this right now? I bet they missed 9-7 right now. Y'all remember when the Lions told America 9-7 was not good enough.
Well,
the
problem is this:
9 games again.
As much as I love getting offensive linemen, they drafted Penny Sewell on a team that needed talent. And I know offensive lineman is a premium, but boy, when they looked over, there's no Jeff Okudah, and they had to go guard Jamar Chase, ladies and gentlemen. Jamar Chase, ladies and gentlemen. Jesus, like every week, I don't know if I've ever look. I know every week ESPN and these sites love to do this thing where they look at other rookies and stuff, compare them in the past. He's on the page that we have never seen, even for an NFL type veteran receiver. So Jamar Chase is unreal. I'm all in. Days homie Joe Mixon looks good. Tyler Boyd, ladies and gentlemen. Look, they got weapons everywhere. This is a good team. We laughed at the offensive line, but they're finding ways to get rid of the ball quick. And like I said, I just shout out to BMO because he said Detroit may not win a game. I think BMO is right. They may not ever win a game.
Yeah, they're gonna beat Philadelphia. Watch.
They gave Dan Campbell a 6-year deal.
He's a former player.
6 years, and also real quick, Hendo, 537 receiving yards for Jamar Chase right now.
Yeah,
they got the Ravens next week. So he got to see Marlon Humphrey, and the Baltimore's will be this this defense will be tested by that Cincinnati offense.
Yeah. I'll say this real quick. Another quick Week 6 note. Shout out to the Washington football team for retiring Sean Taylor's number. More importantly,
yes,
that was huge. That was huge. Yeah, we already know his story. Great player. Definitely would have been a Hall of Famer for sure in our books. Other than that, watching that game, I'm still gonna say it. You better be glad you faced Heineke, and you didn't face a team with a good quarterback. Because Pat Mahomes threw one pat, bro. I tried not. I was
say
like,
it. No, say what you texted me.
I made this clear, and I said it's for if people actually caught the football, we would be calling him Brett Favre because that's what he is. He's a gunslinger. Like, think about this. Somebody pulled up some stats on Pat Mahomes last year. 33 INTs were dropped by the opposing team.
Yeah, that's
33. So the man could have threw 40 interceptions last year. It's just that nobody wanted to catch. There was no Trevon Diggs out there or Darius Slay types. They were just out there he was lobbing. And to me, look, the one pick is on Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill obviously falls off his hands, but the other one, what are you doing, bro? Like, who are you throwing to? Just take the sack or throw it out of bounds. He literally heaved it and just like underhanded and basically up in the air, and then they picked it. And like, to me, these mistakes are catching up. He has to understand this, and I'm going to give it to all y'all. But he has to understand this. You don't have the defense that creates turnovers that can make up for your mistakes. Like, think about this. Lamar can make mistakes. He has a defense that can come in and do those things, right? That can make mistakes. Cowboys seem to find a way every week to get a turnover back off of his mistakes. He don't have that luxury. And his defense is just terrible. Once again, look, they get Jones back, I think, this week, and he still got Honey back, but this team sucks. Like, nothing tells me right now this team, and people will say, well, it's week 6. Nah, man, this team is who it is. They got exposed last year, and luckily they ran to a Cleveland team that just wasn't ready. Now, obviously, we look at them now, they definitely wasn't ready. They got the Super Bowl and got destroyed. They got destroyed the Super Bowl, and now there's a formula. And like Dave always tells everybody, and B-Mo and Dom says, you're throwing the two guys. They ain't throwing to Tyreek Hill, they throwing to Travis Kelce. You pick your poison. If you stop them two, I mean, look, Robinson had a touchdown the other day. I get it. But Washington's no defense to laugh over. Wait till they play some good team. That defense is so – look, they were rated they were a top 5 rated fantasy defense according to, like, drafting. Boy, I had them in 2 of my leagues. I cut them. They're the worst defense I've ever seen. Like, this is terrible.
Look, you're 100% right about what you said about the Chiefs. And – the Chiefs also don't have the personnel to counter the two deep safety drop right now. And one of the things they don't have is patience. Okay, they can nickel and dime you down the field with a lot of Kelce and a lot of guys and some couple of guys coming out the backfield, but they get hungry and then they get impatient. And then Mahomes like, all right, man, I gotta try something. And this also reminds me of those Peyton Manning years, when they didn't trust the defense, so Manning felt we had to score 38 to stay in the game, okay? The injuries will improve the defense, no doubt, especially up front, but 56 and 49, that won't change, especially 49. Now, Sorensen, he's got some fan-favorite vibes about him, okay? But we also see the back of his jersey too many times because they're picking on him. As far as Washington goes, I'll eat those words as well. I thought the defense would be good because we subscribe to the adage: if you can give pressure with 4, the back 7 will take care of itself. And we've seen enough Taylor Heineke. Okay, sign Cam or bring in cousin Kyle, because Heineke is like he's like a 5-hour energy drink, okay? Like, he's literally good for like 3 or 4 games. And the Heineke stuff that he does, especially like on the run, you can defense that after you've seen it enough times, okay? He's a bit impatient in the pocket. He's got some happy feet. And unlike the Chiefs, he's got a few guys to throw it to, especially when they go too deep at the running back position. They dusted off Ricky Seals-Jones in the starting position, and he made some plays as well. So, yeah, they got a Heineke problem and a back 7 problem.
Most definitely. And let me piggyback on that about the Washington football team, Dave. And I do want to mention Chase Young. And we haven't heard his name or anything pretty much all through these first 6 weeks of the NFL season.
I blame Gus Johnson.
Oh, I most definitely do too. But I was thinking about this yesterday. Now, just watching Chase Young and watching everybody else on that defensive line, nobody's helping this dude out. And so now you get Chase Young being double teamed, and also with him, to me, feel like he's digressing because he's not doing anything. You can't look at your defensive line mates and put your hands up like, hey, somebody else going to bring some pressure, somebody else going to do anything. That's the reason why that defense was rated so high last year, because of Chase Young. Hey, Dave, who's the first person that was circling on that defense now?
I mean, I guess it's still him because of what he could potentially do, but where's Payne? Where's Allen? Where's Sweat? I ain't hear none.
No, I totally agree with you. That's what I'm saying. We're circling Chase Young, but now it's towards the fact of, okay, we got him taken care of. We got film on his ass. Where's everybody else? So every team is pretty much taking advantage of that. And now you get to a situation where there's no pressure on anybody. You got Pat Mahomes who's pretty much throwing you into the game and throwing you out the game. You want to play catch up and play comeback all the time. I agree with you, Dave. They're a very impatient team. And you have a very impatient quarterback now, because now you're just calling these passing plays and you're running around scrambling against NFL street. That's the problem. These no-look passes and these diving passes, and you just throwing the football just to pray for a miracle to happen. That stuff got to stop. You got Josh Gordon, you ain't even using him. So that was a waste. And now, like Hendo always said, we always say you only got 2 receivers, bro. You have a team in Green Bay that has 1 damn receiver. 1. And they're still getting it done. You have 2 good quality receivers
yesterday.
And they don't have a quarterback that's not patient and can pretty much get the job done and scrambling on his feet and also throwing it downfield, even though it's 1 damn person. And like, I'm done with the Chiefs. To me, I feel like just go ahead and just lose on now. They get a wild card, okay, cool, whatever. But I right now, I feel like they is not Super Bowl contenders at all. Let's stop that. Pat Mahomes is not a top 5 quarterback in the NFL right now. I don't give a damn what you say. Hendo been posting that. Read what he posted. He's not saying he's not a top 5 quarterback overall. He's saying he is not a top 5 quarterback right now in this NFL season. Please pay attention, because he is not. I totally agree with him. If you don't agree with us, I really don't even care. But he is not playing up to his potential this season so far.
Nah, and like I said, it is what it is with both of these organizations. Organizations just failed to put pieces like Tampa Bay retooled to get themselves ready. Whereas Kansas City just said, oh, we got Mahomes, we'll figure it out. We'll just throw anybody out there. You can't just lose a Sammy Watkins. You can't lose certain type of guys and just expect it for it to all work. And yeah, epic fail. But speaking of stepping up, Dakota. Dakota Prescott. Look, I'm going to say this. The Cowboys should be the happiest team in the NFL for one reason. Because, boy, Mike McCarthy should hand his name check over to Dak every single time he sees Dak.
Yes.
I've never seen a team go 5-1 where everybody wants to coach go. Like, I've never seen 5-1. Bro, have you ever seen a 5-1 team where even the outlets, the shows, are like, Mike McCarthy has to get fired, bro? Like, it's unreal. And think about the Cowboys this far, give it to beam on you guys. In the past, the Cowboys wouldn't win these games, right? They wouldn't. They would usually, like when Gary used to when he iced the kicker, when he would do his usual bits of like dumb stuff, Cowboys would lose. Now, this team seems to find any kind of way to lose a game, but they can't lose because they just show up at the right moment. And to me, this all comes down to number 4, who I think right now for my betting money should be the MVP of the NFL. You can't. Dom said this one day. He said this out to the Chargers game. We may have never seen a quarterback come back from a devastating industry industry like this and actually play this well. And I mean, he's on fire. Like some of the throws that he makes, it impresses me. Like the touchdown to CeeDee Lamb, not the game winner, but the one he just lobbed it. Like first off, CeeDee can go nowhere. If I see him fading out to the corner of the end zone, where is he gonna go? Corner. Well, like Jackson, the cornerback, was supposed to be one of the best cornerbacks. I don't know what's happened to him since Stephon Gilmore's left, but he has been terrible. And Jalen Mills, look, Don was over there laughing when he saw Jalen Mills. Jalen Mills had no business being on the field. Once again, Jalen Mills getting cooked by a Cowboy receiver. Shocked. And he's number 88. Like, he should be so used to that. But other than that, no, my thing is, and look, this is also a slap on the face of people overrating Josh McDaniels. And also, I'm calling and also I'm calling for Bill Belichick, the great Bill Belichick, for one reason. Because I think Mac Jones can play better than what he did yesterday. And I thought he was amazing. You got to let him add the ball out. And another thing is this. Once again, I get it. Bill B is a scientist, whatever you want to call him. But how do you get a young quarterback and put no kind of weapons around him? Like, you want him to really throw to this Bourne dude all the time and Nelson Aguilar? Like, not Aguilar from Dipset, Nelson Aguilar. You want him to throw to Aguilar every play. Like, give him some weapons, man. Let this boy eat. Let the turnovers happen. Look, all of us are apologists when it comes to football. We are okay with the Patriots having another losing season because we know eventually they'll get it right. They've been winning so much. Who cares? Like, they're making him like just be a dink and dunk guy, and it's not working, man. Like, I'm not getting it. But to the Cowboys, like I said, Kellen Moore's been, I think he's probably coached the best offense in football right now. And it's every week, 30 points. Every week. Not naming the Chargers game, they'll put up 30 on every team. It just looks good, man. CeeDee Lamb, boy, I hate it for Dom because Dom probably sitting there like, we could have drafted him and we didn't do it. And it just shows. Amari Cooper still he's L'd up a little bit. He got a couple of injuries, but he's still out there doing it. Cedric Wilson had a couple of dumb drops, which BMO's going to talk about, but he showed up on the most crucial fourth down catch I've ever seen him make it, probably in his biggest in his career. And once again, Zeke and Tony. Zeke comes with it. Zeke showing the power a little bit. I like it. But this comes down to Dak, and it comes down to your boy Dave, number 7, Trevon Diggs. Once again, like, do people get the memo? Like, Dom, when we play Madden, you notice if you ever get a pick 6 on me, what do? I avoid everything. One side of the field is pretty much taped off. We don't even throw that side of the field no more. We know, not again. But once again, you let the plays happen. This boy is on fire. Like, look, you can talk about the big plays, and he admitted he made a mistake on that play. Maybe Kazi, the safety.
No, it was Kazi.
Which BMO will talk about. But, yeah, I'm impressed with the Cowboys win. Look, it's hard to win in Foxborough. Ask Tampa last week. Didn't Tampa barely win that game? They only scored less than 20 to beat them.
Mm-hmm.
So Cowboys right now, man, not naming Arizona, they're probably the 2 most impressive teams in football right now. I don't know what they're going to look like in the next couple of weeks with this Dak news with the Cavs, but BMO, the floor is yours, brother.
I told everybody from the jump, they're going to Foxborough. You know what to expect. You know what to deal with. You're going to deal with, you want to call the refs, how do you want to call it, non-calls, things of that nature, penalties. We've seen everything out the book that was total bullshit that we seen out there in Foxborough with this football team. You get a good drive, you had over 11 penalties for over 100+ yards. That right there alone should already tell you, hey, get your shit together. And they didn't. Now, granted, Dak gets another situation where he's at the goal line and the quarterback sneak, which to me, half of his body was over the plane. They didn't even challenge that play, which I thought it was hilarious to me because don't you supposed to challenge every play at the goal line for a score? They didn't challenge that. Straight to 4th down, Dak fumbles the football. So and then also great defense by the secondary with with New England. Cedric Wilson pretty much had a touchdown. He pretty much had 2 touchdowns, not both out of his hands. Had them both, fumble on the punt return. That Cedric Wilson did not have a good half. This team did not have a good half at all. Like, this league they supposed to have at least 20, 21 points already with the first half alone. And I already told them, look, as we've been seeing how much of Kellen Moore and how much of this Cowboys, they have adjusted very well in the second half. And most definitely they did. They had double-digit points in the third quarter. Every single game that they had for the Dallas Cowboys coming from the halftime, they just scored more than 10 points in every third quarter that they had in the NFL already so far. So just by seeing this game being closer than what it is, Randy Gregory was fantastic. Him almost baptizing Mac Jones, and I saw him. It was like, man, that's probably didn't call roughing the passer. Like the dude, like pretty much disappeared. Like that's how hard he got hit. You know what I'm saying? He had 2 sacks in this game. I did have concerns also with the middle of that football field because New England decided to start running the football in the second half. They could not stop the running game to save their life. And so to me, that was a concern. And now I've been noticing Hendo, Dave, and Don that they've been moving Michael Parsons too much around in that football field. I've been seeing him on different downs where he's at the defensive line rushing in, or they move him to the middle, or then they move him back where Leighton Vander Esch is, which if you're doing that to this point, keep Michael Parsons back there in the linebacking core. Because Vander Esch and everybody that was on that linebacking core was getting 8 for lunch that whole time. And I got tired of seeing that. This game shouldn't have been close as opposed to been close. Tyler Smith with an ankle injury, he came back. New England on their side had so many injuries, like it was ridiculous, but this game, I gotta take my glasses off. Mike McCarthy. I don't know what your problem is, and I don't know what kind of clock management or coaching that you have, or say what you don't have. You better thank your lucky stars for your players. Because if you want to boil down to like, did coaching really win this game? It damn sure didn't. There was too many opportunities where you had 2 or 3 times where you had 4th and 1, 4th and 3. You didn't want to go for it. Even to a crucial situation where, why are you going for the 2-point conversion? You should have kicked for the extra point. Also, why didn't you go for it on 4th down, but you want to kick a 50-yard field goal? And you know how bad your kicker has been pretty much this season. He's been in and out of it. It's so many situations and so many calls that Mike McCarthy had, even before the half went over. What the hell you calling a timeout for? Like, I think it was like 10 or 8 seconds to go. What was the timeout for?
Yeah, it was like 20 seconds.
It was like 20 seconds to go. What was the timeout for? So this game was pretty much won. And also, Hendo, CD Lamb in the 4th quarter and in overtime. He didn't touch the ball at all in the first half, at all. When it came to the 4th quarter, I seen a couple of wide receiver screens here and there. I seen him fighting for first down yardage. Also, shout out to Cedric Wilson for an amazing catch, amazing diving catch and redeeming himself. He did also have a bad game, but he did redeem himself. And it's pretty much to the point where the running game wasn't all that efficient, y'all. But at the same time, you seeing Zeke and you seeing Pollard catching out the backfield, which I thought like is good. Even though they wasn't getting it done on the ground, but they're still catching, they're still running as best as they can. Still got over 100-yard rushing as a team. But this Dak Prescott is something amazing. Very, very amazing. His passing has been incredible. Of course, a lot of fans do get concerns of him standing in the pocket and deciding to be in a pocket and throwing the football. He's been throwing the football fantastic. He pretty much led this team to this victory, especially in overtime, marching downfield. That last throw that he had to CD Lamb to win it, he was off balance already from the jump. Threw it off his back foot. I guess he got the calf strain. No problem, perfect spiral, everything. I was surprised he had that much power to throw it like that. Straight to CD Lamb for the touchdown. You know what I'm saying? They got the win. Cowboys were not supposed to win this game. I got to the point where, like, now they got so many penalties and Mike McCarthy doing his stupid shit. I'm like, bro, just lose. Because it's like you're doing too much. Your coach is doing too much. And with them winning that game, and now with Dak with this calf strain, look, just like Hendo said before, calf strains can lead to something else. It can lead to Achilles injury or anything else that you have. A calf strain to heal takes from 2 to 6 weeks. They do have a bye week. I totally understand that. But all these social media doctors and everybody, he's going to be fine and stuff like that. They put him in a boot. That's good. I mean, cool. That's good. He said what he was supposed to say just so all the fans and everybody don't get concerned. But this is a calf strain, dude. You can't sit up and be like, he'll be good in 2 weeks. They're going to be around here around the clock to make sure he's good. But that right there still do concern me. Cooper Rush, we good. I will make some phone calls just to see if I can find a veteran quarterback just in case. Like what Chris Rock said just in case shit happens. Please do that. Don't sit up and just give up on the false hope of being a fan. Be like, he'll be all right. He'll be back out there in 2 weeks. Cowboys are 5-1, sitting atop great on the NFC East. Well deserved for the bye week, maybe getting back healthy, getting some players back. But the only thing worried about right now is Dak Prescott and this calf strain, because I think people are taking it a little bit too light in the draws about it. You really need to be serious about this calf strain. Hopefully he is right, and we'll see. But for right now, enjoy the bye week, enjoy this record, and let's see what they can do on out after this bye week.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. I'll just say this about the Cowboys. Cowboys are one of the rare teams in the NFL whom I trust to show up on a week-to-week basis. Not necessarily win or lose, but that will show up and compete and not necessarily beat themselves, despite the fact that they spread the penalties out very randomly. I see the special teams had some, the defense and the offense had some. So we're done with week 6.
Yeah.
Let's break, and we'll come back and do a week 7 preview. Mo Sports Talk on the StreamYard.com.
They get a little bit healthier today, getting Jenkins back at tackle and the rookie Myers back at center. Rodgers looks to throw on the first play of the day. Now he'll take off with all kinds of room to roam, and he's got a first down to the 45.
You know, Aaron Rodgers, everyone talks about his arm and his foot, but he's a really good athlete. And again, if you're going to rush him, you can't just pin your ears back and just run.
Already into Bears territory on 2nd and 4. Rodgers' first throw finds Allen Lazard, and he's got a first down to the 35.
Kind of give Alec Ogletree a little bit of a break at inside backer.
That's been a starter each of his first 5 seasons with the Bears. Here's Davante Adams getting loose for the first time. A big gain inside the 25 for the NFL's best.
You said it, Joe. He's the best receiver in the NFL. There's no question in my mind. Jalen Johnson's shadowing him. He has him playing kind of in the slot.
On 3rd and goal, Jones comes in motion. Flipped ahead, into the end zone, touchdown. It's Allen Lazard on a shovel pass from Rodgers. How about that design? This would certainly qualify with a shovel pass for Lazard's first score this season. Offense has gotten things going after the slow start. Play action here on 2nd down. It's a screen that they drop off to Jones. He turns the corner, lowers the shoulder, and makes it 1st and goal. From the 10-yard line, they go with a Rodgers pass. It's Davante Adams, his 3rd catch, a first down for the 9th play of the drive. Rodgers to throw. It's Jones, a first down. Aaron Jones tracked down by Kamara, but he gets a first down on a gain of 12. Play action again. Rodgers given all day. Underneath again, Jones. A stiff arm to get free. Aaron Jones into the end zone. Touchdown. Boy, just threw Gibson off him and then accelerated for the score.
Gibson got to give up his jersey, fam.
Aaron Rodgers seen just having his yearly Bears feast. He improved to 22-5 in his career versus the Chicago Bears and got us a great soundbite over the weekend. Mo Sports Talk, live from StreamYard.com. NFL Week 7 is creeping upon us. It will begin Thursday.
Yep.
Yeah, sure. I don't even know. Is this what we're gonna root for the tie? Is this where we root for the tie?
No, Denver beat them, bro.
Favorite at home versus
Denver got it.
Denver got it.
I got Denver
on the road. Okay.
Jerry
got Denver on the road.
I'm going with Denver.
Same.
Sure.
All right.
Damn.
Well, looks like I think we all have a unanimous on this. The Washington football team Sunday afternoon are 9.5-point underdog. They're going to Green Bay to face Aaron Rodgers. Green Bay covers that, and Green Bay beats.
Yeah. Decisively.
Yes, decisively. Two possessions.
Green Bay double digits, yes.
All right. Interesting matchup in the AFC. We have the Kansas City Chiefs on the road as a 4.5-point favorite to face the Tennessee Titans.
You know what? This is my overtime game.
Okay.
I picked this game to go to overtime. I picked the Titans to win by 3.
I said I wouldn't pick the Titans again, and I'm going Chiefs.
I'm gonna go Titans just because they don't want to pick the Titans no more.
I'm going with the Chiefs, and they will stymie Derrick Henry for some reason. Under 100 yards next week for Derrick Henry
against the Chiefs.
Yes, don't. And I have no rhyme or reason. It just be one of those anomalous situations.
Well, I think the most uninteresting game of the week probably. We have the Falcons on the road to face the Miami Dolphins in the who gets fired first situation. I'm taking the Falcons on the road. The Dolphins stink. Give me the Falcons.
The power gonna go out like it did in the Super Bowl, and they're gonna have to cancel the game.
I want the power to go out, and this is the game I want to end in a tie. I don't give a damn about Dundee teams at all.
Coach FedEx is on safer ground than Coach Flores, so I need Coach Flores to get a W, man. Because hey, man, you can't be losing to brothers, man. Okay, especially this was supposed to be one of the young up and comers. Now he got to go. He gonna have to go coach under Saban next year to rehab his image. Give me the Dolphins at home.
All right, we got Darby's New York Jets. That will say he's ready to play football again.
No, he's not.
They're going on the road as a 7-point underdog to face New England Patriots. Sorry, Darby, give me the Patriots. It's gonna get ugly.
Patriots gonna feast on the lesser thans. Give me the Patriots.
Easy.
Right,
the Patriots are still winless at the crib. They will get their first win against New York Jets at the crib.
All right. Well, talk about turnovers. This game may have the most turnovers.
Oh my Lord!
We have the Carolina fighting Sam Darnold. The Carolina Panthers as a 3-point favorite on the road to face the New York Football Giants. Give me Carolina, man. Look, the Giants hired Jason Garrett after facing him for 10 years, and they thought that was a good move.
I mean, they gave him Daniel Jones.
Bro,
Daniel Jones versus Sam Darnold, the quarterback matchup we've been waiting for.
Yeah, can you get a betting line on total turnovers in this game? Because let me remind y'all, Sam Darnold threw 22 interceptions in college over a 2-year period of time, where interception 13 interceptions in his junior year. Okay. I don't know what the hell Leonard Williams is talking about. Bro, you play for the Jets. You should be used to getting booed by now. All right. Sure, Carolina, but the Darnold numbers without Christian McCaffrey are horrendous. And maybe his receivers can catch the ball and save his ass a little bit.
One of them did in New York.
Yeah.
Sure, I got the Giants. Forget about it.
Okay.
The owner looked at that team and thought it was a playoff team.
I'm still going to Panthers.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
Panthers.
Okay. Well, I think this is arguably the game of the week. We have the Cincinnati Bengals on the road as a 6.5-point underdog to the Baltimore Ravens. Look, man, I got Baltimore. Man.
Okay.
Because my thing is this. They in history, these games usually don't go the way they're supposed to go, where the team's supposed to win. We know this Baltimore, Cincinnati thing has always been like this, but I'm a huge fan of Joe Burrow. Dude, I love Joe Burrow. All this talk about Herbert, all these other young QBs. Hey, Louisiana Joe got something to say, y'all. He's throwing something. Look, Jamar Chase, he is no what, Dave? He is not who?
Teal Green.
He's not. So every week. So Dom, next week you would have to explain who he's not. Or you will be talking about in week 8 who he's not. He is no Teal Green. This boy's legit. Give me Cincinnati. I think Cincinnati wins this game. It could be interesting. I think this game may decide the division. I think personally. I think this could sway the division a lot because Cincinnati should have won against Green Bay. We wouldn't be talking right now. But yeah,
true.
Cincinnati for me.
My bad. Ooh, excuse me. I've got Baltimore. Look, as Cincinnati dusted off Detroit this past week, it did take them a little while to get going. Baltimore is not the team you want to get off to a slow start against. I've got the Ravens.
I got the Ravens as well. I think that defense is it's gonna be a USC situation for Jamar Chase, so it'll be interesting to see how he handles it. But yeah, I got Baltimore.
I got Baltimore in this one too. I think Cincinnati is going to come out firing. They already know for a fact they got to put up some points. But I think with the way Lamar is playing and the comeback factor that he has had the last few weeks and the numbers he's been putting up, man, that's actually a guy that's actually leading his squad to these wins and close wins. Bengals may lead early, but I think the Ravens will come back and win this game. It's going to be a close one.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a phenomenal game. And look, man, it's about the turnovers. You know, Lamar has been great, but he also has about 5 or 6 interceptions this year as well. Joe Burrow can make his mistakes. We'll see. But I think this is going to be a hell of a game. But the next game, we have the Philadelphia Eagles on the road visiting the Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders are a 3-point favorite. You know what? I don't trust the Raiders because, see, these are the games that we say the Eagles are supposed to lose. The Eagles have won they've won another game this year where we thought they probably shouldn't, or they probably weren't going to win. They won. So give me the Eagles because they're going to do what they did versus Carolina. And Derek Carr maybe is going to his old self. Or not even old self, just has a weird moment. But it could get ugly because Darius Slayer's on one side, which is one thing. But, boy, Henry Ruggs, they're going to have to leave him on Henry Ruggs the whole time. But I expect Darren Waller to go completely ape in this game. And, yeah, I'm still going to stick with the Eagles, though, because the Eagles always show up when they're not supposed to. And they don't understand their draft rights right now. They need to be losing, but they'll find a way to win. Give me the Eagles.
Yeah, I'll take the Eagles on the road as well. I trust neither of these teams on a week-to-week basis. The Raiders' defense has actually been playing pretty good the last couple of weeks, but yeah, this is another game where the road team will win, and I have absolutely no reason why.
Yeah, I'm taking the home team. yeah.
All righty. Well, and
you know what? I can't do that because everybody's so hype about this win without John Gruden. I mean, that's good. Y'all got this win. This weekend we'll be back to normal. I mean, I just still see this team. They just up and down still, man. They had a good start. I give them that. But I think, man, everything will get back to normal for them. I do see the Eagles winning this game on the road.
All right. Well, I think we have a unanimous on this game. Real quick.
we can.
Rams versus the Detroit Lions.
What's the line? What's the line?
15.
Oh, 15. Okay.
Yes. They covered that.
They
doubled that. Bro, they lost 38-3. Didn't they score 3 points versus like the Colts or something like that? They covered that. They made them 30. They beat them by 30.
Can Detroit score double digits?
No.
Then they won't cover. Then they're not going to cover.
And by the way, this is the reunion for Matt Stafford. Maybe this is some sort of revenge game for him.
And Jared Goff.
There you go.
Well, he was there.
Yeah.
He can't even throw far enough to spell revenge.
And also, let's get to the next game because the next game is the same situation.
17.
We got the Texans on the road, as Dom called their quarterback all of our names against the Arizona Cocaine. This may be a 40-point blowout. Yeah. I want to say they're going to lose by 30 plus in this game.
Another reunion with J.J. Watt. 17. Okay,
bro.
7. We got two of the afternoon games. Oh, they gonna move. They gonna kill Rick, bro.
3. We have 3 like that.
All 4 afternoon games are a piece of shit. Red Zone. Okay, you could have easily flexed Bengals Ravens to Sunday night, gave us Niners Colts in the afternoon, and you could have moved the. Jesus, are you serious? Move to Chicago. Stop thinking Chicago is some sort of primetime player. Look at, which of these road teams in these afternoon games is most likely to win? Philly?
Yes.
Chicago? Who's got a better chance, Detroit or Houston? See,
on a video game?
No. Who's got a better chance? Who would have to have the most go their way for them to win? Detroit?
The Texans.
Yeah.
The Texans.
The
Cardinals, bro, I can't name one cornerback they couldn't guard Jamar Chase. Now they got to deal with D-Hop, Isabel,
and AJ Green,
Rondell Moore.
Houston let just Jonathan Taylor just up it. Okay.
They
Yeah.
got Paul Wallace, their quarterback right now, so they ain't gonna get you nowhere in life, fam.
How's the Stanford guy doing down there in Houston? How is life treating him well?
He probably want to go back to college.
Probably Cadillac and flatback.
Yeah.
Can Chicago win in 10? Oh, can Chicago win in 10? Look,
see, you can't even say it.
the Rams are favored by 15. The Cardinals are favored by 17. The Buccaneers are favored by 13.5 against the Bears.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody? So we all take it. That was a unanimous. We pretty much have a unanimous slate.
So we got a home. We got a home sweep in the afternoon games because we got 6 teams on bye.
Yep.
I want multiple lines on the bathroom sink, Dave. That game was gonna get terrible.
Well,
those point spreads are okay. There's got to be some sort of.
This is awesome, though. This is great. I'm glad.
That means something's going to happen that's not supposed to happen. Right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay.
So Jared Goff has like some sort of weird I'm back.
So Jared Goff gonna have like 350 plus yards, like 4 touchdowns thrown.
No, because that Rams defense is going to take out every piece of frustration they've had with him over the last 4 years for fucking up their Super Bowl chances. They're going to crush that dude.
So the better question is, which one of these teams is more vulnerable to actually F up the game?
The Rams, just because they don't want it, because they'll daddy cool their way through something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because the Cardinals, man, there's no way the Cardinals lose this. I would, man. Yeah, and then the Colts and 49ers, obviously, Niners are 3.5 point favorite at home.
Do we know who the quarterback is?
No, and that's why I'm going with the Colts. Colts actually look pretty good outside of last. Yeah, outside of
T.Y. came back.
Yeah, good old T.Y. Smooth is back.
You get to play the Texans to remedy what ails you.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take the Colts in that game.
Okay.
Man, your NFC West is looking a little
shaky. It's done. It is done. Okay, with one Geno fumble, it's done. It's done.
What did Geno see when he saw T.J. Watt?
Yeah.
He saw the end of the damn game. He saw. Damn, I missed that clipboard.
Yeah. Speaking of doing too much.
Yes, say it. Go ahead. Mr. Unlimited.
What is Russell? Dom, can you explain what Russell was? What are you doing, bro? Like, go home, bro.
Yes, no.
Fam was having a whole mini game.
No.
Like, first of all,
he was talking.
Who you talking to in the huddle?
Bro,
like, you had a fake huddle, calling plays.
Who was he talking to? Who's he talking to?
Right. Like, hold on. See,
Marshawn.
Can he can he become a villain because of that? I think he can.
Oh, he's been a villain. Now remember, think about the non-football side. Think of his Eskimo brother and the contrast between him and his Eskimo brother on some real societal shit. You know, because they say your Eskimo brother is the father you had. Russ is the father that you wished you had. So you lashing out. Okay. So yes.
Honestly, I think with that, Dave, I think him staying home may be a bad idea, and he was at the game. He probably needed that. Bro.
He would drive her crazy. She can't even post the TikToks without him creeping his curly head ass up from the corner.
Right.
She's like, go practice, boy. Go watch some film. So he had to make up.
That thick ass huddle last night.
Yes.
So hold on. I know I hate to do this to him.
Don't do it anyway.
I think he's really trying to show his black
side. He wants to be out there.
No.
Because no. Let me explain.
That's why he had braids when he signed that contract.
I was going to say, speaking of the black side, what about the Monday night game?
Yeah. So
it's a real soulful occasion.
So we got Dom's Jameis, the fighting Jameis, the fighting Scrones.
Jameis.
As a 5-point favorite going to the 12th man. Seattle. In 2021, we're going to get a game where Geno Smith and Jameis are scoring.
With Jameis getting 5 on the road in Seattle?
Yes, I'll take it.
I'll take that spread too.
Bro, can you tell me who's on this Seattle defense not naming 55 and 33?
I just know it's a non-Diggs. It's like the third Diggs, but he's like the Longhorns Diggs.
Yeah, Quandre.
Okay, and Mina.
Hey, after a while, we can stop naming 33 too.
Yeah.
Oh damn!
I like Jamal. I like Jamal, but
look,
I do too. I like him too, but that dude can't save his life, bro. He got a blitz
5 on the road. They give Jameis
these games out, right? They can't. Really
it's too early, but I don't know why. Because look, we did you look at the afternoon slate? Yeah. All 4 road teams could easily be crossed from playoff competition. I mean, we could cross out Detroit and the Texans, okay? We could really cross out Chicago because they're not winning the division. And after how Mookie opened the show, we could cross out Philly.
Y'all shouldn't even put
and Oakland, pretty much. And then we can cross out Colts and 49ers. So we probably don't have any sort of like, hey, man, this team can get better.
Wait. The AFC South is over?
I wouldn't take a chance on any of it. Look, it can go to any one of them teams, honestly. Hell, somebody think about this. If Jacksonville wins this week and they lose, Jacksonville's in first place.
So the AFC South is over. It is before we know what happens tonight, you gonna take this from your Titans? You gonna give it to your Titans?
It's the Titans to lose.
Huh.
I mean,
okay.
If the Titans loses, like think about it, seriously, if Titans lose and Jacksonville wins next week, there's a 3-way tie for first place.
Titans at 3-2. Okay. The
Titans will still be in first place.
They got Buffalo at home.
Jesus.
Chiefs at home. Jesus. At Colts, at Rams, home to the Saints before they see the Texans.
They literally could not. Yeah, they can literally be 3-6 during that point somehow.
Okay, good. Yeah, get us that afternoon slate. Oh God, that red zone is gonna be fucked up.
Russell Wilson, go home. Bro. When I saw it, I was just like, I thought it was fake, and I was like, what is that noise?
Nah, only Russ makes that look like that.
He had a huddle, fam. He was
kneeling in,
bro. He was kneeling in an imaginary huddle.
Did he use names?
Nah, he's probably just calling plays.
And real quick, last Seattle note. What's DeKalen doing? Was he bored today? Was he bored today?
I don't know, fam. He had time, but he shouldn't have.
Who had the nerve to call him little boy?
Right.
He big as you. Okay. All right. Jokes. Is it joke time? That Rubik's Cuban was good as a motherfucker last week.
Well, I had a couple of them submitted to me. So you know what? We'll end on these jokes. Let me cue up the video.
17-point favorite.
17 points.
17 points.
Trying to pick between which one I'm gonna use on these real quick.
Y'all really gonna be laughing when y'all see Jameis go deep and throw it over Jamal Adams for a touchdown.
Bro, he gonna toast him to and he gonna toast it to Deontay Harris. It's gonna be to the smallest dude on the field. Okay, the Jamal Adams with all the wristbands, he gonna hold his arms out, looking at DJ Reed like, what the hell?
How many wristbands he got on?
Hey, Dave, is his arms out or the hands on the helmet?
Yeah, he's a hands over the helmet type.
Yeah. How many wristbands does he wear? Like 7?
Like 7 on each. I have no comment. Okay, that remind me of some 80s wrestling.
He weren't them out for Darius Miles and Quentin Richardson.
Okay. All right. Well,
I almost snatched him off right there.
Yeah. All right. Well, you may want to snatch him off on this little joke here. So I do have a question for y'all.
Oh shit.
What do you call a lesbian version of a cock block?
Bye.
A cunt punt.
Demo Dom.
What is it, fam?
Hold on. I got one.
What do you call a lesbian cock block?
I got one, Dave.
A sister.
I got one. Then I'm about to leave anyway. A deal don't.
You want to know the answer? A beaver dam.
The following is a presentation of EA Sports.